In today's video, I'll answer your question, was John the Baptist really Elijah reincarnated? Then afterward, as always, I'll share some helpful resources, so stick around until the end. Matthew chapter 11, verses 7 through 14 declares, Jesus began to speak to the crowd about John. What did you go out into the wilderness to see? A reed swayed by the wind? If not, what did you go out to see? A man dressed in fine clothes? No, those who wear fine clothes are in king's palaces. Then, what did you go out to see? A prophet? Yes, I tell you, and more than a prophet. This is the one about whom it is written, I will send my messenger ahead of you, who will prepare your way before you. Truly I tell you, among those born of women, there has not risen anyone greater than John the Baptist. Yet, whoever is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. From the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven has been subjected to violence, and violent people have been raiding it. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if you are willing to accept it, he is the Elijah who was to come. Here Jesus quotes from Malachi chapter 3, verse 1, where the messenger appears to be a prophetic figure who is going to appear. According to Malachi chapter 4, verse 5, this messenger is the prophet Elijah, whom Jesus identifies as John the Baptist. Does this mean that John the Baptist was Elijah reincarnated? Not at all. First, Jesus' original hearers and Matthew's original readers would never have assumed Jesus' words to refer to reincarnation. Besides, Elijah did not die. He was taken to heaven in a whirlwind as he rode in a chariot of fire. Arguing for a reincarnation or a resurrection of Elijah misses the point. If anything, the prophecy of Elijah to come would have been viewed as Elijah's physical return to earth from heaven. Second, the Bible is quite clear that John the Baptist is called Elijah because he came in the spirit and power of Elijah, Luke chapter 1, verse 17, not because he was Elijah in a literal sense. John the Baptist is the New Testament forerunner who points the way to the arrival of the Lord, just as Elijah filled that role in the Old Testament and might again in the future, see Revelation chapter 11. Third, Elijah himself appears with Moses at Jesus' transfiguration after John the Baptist's death. This would not have happened if Elijah had changed his identity into that of John. Fourth, Mark chapter 6 verses 14 through 16 and chapter 8 verse 28 show that both the people and Herod distinguished between John the Baptist and Elijah. Finally, proof that this John the Baptist was not Elijah reincarnated comes from John himself. In the first chapter of John the Apostle's Gospel, John the Baptist identifies himself as the messenger of Isaiah chapter 40 verse 3, not as the Elijah of Malachi chapter 3 verse 1. John the Baptist even goes so far as to specifically deny that he was Elijah in John chapter 1 verses 19 through 23. John did for Jesus what Elijah was to have done for the coming of the Lord, but he was not Elijah reincarnated. Jesus identified John the Baptist as Elijah, while John the Baptist rejected that identification. How do we reconcile these two teachings? There's a key phrase in Jesus' identification of John the Baptist that must not be overlooked. He says, if you are willing to accept it, he is Elijah. In other words, John the Baptist's identification as Elijah was not predicated upon his being the actual Elijah, but upon people's response to his role. To those who were willing to believe in Jesus, John the Baptist functioned as Elijah, for they believed in Jesus as Lord. To the religious leaders who rejected Jesus, John the Baptist did not perform this function. Want to learn more? Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Visit gotquestions.org for more great content and check out the details section below this video. There you'll find one book I recommend along with several links to related questions. If you'd like to learn about Bible Munch or if you're interested in bite-sized devotionals, subscribe to Bible Munch on YouTube. It's linked right here. Now remember, not questions, the Bible has answers. We'll help you find them.